Good evening, you're watching AWANI Tonight with me, Farhana Sheikh. The Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim urged relevant stakeholders to take action against the recent Bloomberg report stating that the government is mulling a second casino in Forest City, Johor. This after he was asked if the government would request a retraction from Bloomberg or proceed with legal action against the news agency. Anwar had earlier rubbished the claim, calling it a lie. Bloomberg had reportedly said that Berjaya founder Tan Sri Vincent Tan and Genting Group's Tan Sri Lim Kok Teh were in early discussions with the government on opening a casino in Forest City as an effort to revive the 478.35 billion ringgit property project. In a statement today, Berjaya Corp also denied that Tan was in talks regarding the casino license. Last August, Forest City, a mega development project that occupies 4 artificial islands in Johor's western waters, was announced as a special financial zone to boost foreign investment and contribute to Johor's economic growth. Meanwhile, the Johor state government has affirmed that no casinos will be opened in the state. Menteri Besar Dato' On Hafiz Ghazi said the state had not received any invitations for discussions, proposals or even attended any meetings on the matter. On Hafiz claimed the rumour is an act of sabotage and should no longer be sensationalised as it could affect the harmony and reputation of the state and country. The High Court was told that the Finance Ministry has no knowledge of the 2 approval letters signed by Dato' Sri Najib Razak as the then Minister of Finance, granting approval to 1MDB's application related to the takeover of Tanjung Energy and Genting Sanyuan. In the MACC investigation, the MOF confirmed that it does not have records of both letters.
When questioned by the Defence Counsel during cross-examination, MACC Senior Officer Nur Aida Arifin agreed with the defence's suggestion that Najib signed the letters in his capacity as Minister of Finance in accordance with Section 6 of the Companies Act 1965. The witness also agreed with the suggestion that Najib signed the redemption of preference shares in 2012 in his capacity as Minister of Finance. The documents were signed by Najib for 1MDB to take over both entities, in addition to approving the financing of the takeover, which included local bank loans and bond issuance. Nur Aida stated so as the 49th prosecution witness in the trial involving corruption and money laundering charges involving 2.3 billion ringgit of 1MDB funds faced by Najib. The trial before Judge Datuk Colin Lawrence Sakira continues on Saturday.
In other news, Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim has told the higher education institutions to be more discerning about the kind of academics they invite. He described American academic Bruce Gilley as mediocre scholar after the latter claimed that Malaysian leaders are advocating a second Holocaust during a recent talk at University Malaya.
Mediocre scholar should not be brought as a visiting professor in the first place. Okay? The rest, the minister have already clarified.
The Higher Education Ministry will not pursue further action against the US academician as he had already left the country. But Minister Dato' Sri Dr. Zamri Abdul Qadir said the ministry is still waiting for UM's full report on the matter. He added that despite the incident, higher education institutions will not need to refer to the ministry if they want to invite international speakers, adding that the university's freedom must be respected. Electoral watchdog Bersih questioned the Selangor state government for planning an Aidilfitri event shortly after the nomination of by-election candidates in Kuala Kubu Baru tomorrow. Bersih questioned the location and timing of the 2024 Selangor Aidilfitri Open House that will be held in the Kuala Kubu Baru Town Centre in Hulu Selangor, where the by-election campaign will be ongoing. Bersih warned the Selangor government that organising the Aidilfitri Open House conflicts with provisions under the Election Offences Act 1954. Based on the event's brochure, various celebratory activities will be held such as a feast and the giving out of Duit Raya. Therefore, Bersih said giving or serving food and giving out money during the election period are offences under Section 8, bribery in the form of feasting, and Section 10, bribery under the Election Offences Act 1954. Bersih was responding to the Riuh Raya Kita Selangor 2024 state-level Aidilfitri Open House event organised by the Selangor State Government Bersih also reminded all political parties and by-election candidates to refrain from holding open house events, as such activities contravene the Election Offences Act 1954. The Kuala Lumpur Baru State Assembly seat fell vacant following the death of its three-term assemblyman, Lee Ki Hyong, on March 21st due to cancer. Continuing our discussion on addressing low learning outcomes in primary education, World Bank lead economist Dr. Tara Bete outlines several recommendations to improve current situation. She emphasized the importance of revamping teacher training and preparedness to ensure students do not get left behind.
First is universalized early childhood education. The blueprint suggests that 50% of that all teachers, ECE, early childhood education teachers, should have a diploma in early childhood education. Right now, only 50% have them. So enforce that. Make sure that teachers who are there know how to teach and do their job. And improve access in the remaining 10%. That's recommendation number one. Recommendation number two is to train and prepare teachers to address the really complicated classroom situations that they find themselves in every single day. So this pertains to differentiated instruction. About 7% of teachers are in classrooms where students don't get any of this benefit. So we have to be able to fix that. Teachers in all of this must understand what is expected of them. Teachers are often thrown so much stuff to do that it's just confusing to make sense of that. So they must be able to understand what they have to do, how they have to do it. Sometimes they don't have the educational background to be able to do something, so we have to fix that. Finally, why do they have to do it? What are the incentives to do it? They have to see their students learn. That's an incentive. We've seen that in countries where students are learning quickly because the program is well designed and teachers feel more motivated. There have to be links with career. So these are the recommendations that would really help strengthen further Malaysia's education system.
We will go for a quick break. Stay tuned for more.
Dua London derby berturut-turut. Inilah ujian untuk Arsenal mengejar gelaran.
All that matters is who wins it.
Pertembungan penentuan bakal juara Liga.
Oh wow, that is incredible.
Tekanan semakin memuncak.
That is one belter of a derby goal.
Arsenal bertemu musuh tradisi sekali lagi di Premier League secara langsung di Astro.
Seterusnya, peminjam Perbadanan Tabung Pendidikan Tinggi Nasional atau PT-PTN digesa merebut peluang insentif diskaun bayaran balik pinjaman.
Fenomena equinox menjadikan bumi dan matahari berada pada jarak paling dekat dalam sistem solar.
Malaysia berjaya membanteras jenayah berkaitan dadah bernilai RM990 juta sejak 2019.
Jangan meletakkan harapan tinggi berhubung soal mencari jawapan pesawat Malaysia Airlines MH370 yang hilang 10 tahun lepas.
Welcome back. From California to Massachusetts, pro-Palestinian protests are sweeping major universities in the United States, with over 30 schools in 16 states joining the demonstrations. Several schools have called police on protesters, leading to the arrest of hundreds of people across the country. At New York's Columbia University, the epicenter of the demonstrations, student protesters said they wouldn't disperse until the school agreed to cut ties with Israeli academic institutions and divest its funds from entities linked to Israel. Similar demands are echoed by protesters on other campuses, who also called for a ceasefire in Gaza and an end to US funding for the Israeli military. In response to the unrest, the University of Southern California has cancelled its main commencement ceremony next month, citing new security measures after nearly 100 people were arrested on campus. Meanwhile, at Emory University in Atlanta, over 24 individuals, including 2 professors, have been arrested. The campus protests have brought together students from diverse backgrounds, including Palestinians, Arabs, Jews, and Muslims, to condemn Israel's attack on Gaza. TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance says it has no intention of selling the business after the US passed a law to force it to sell the popular video app or be banned in America. TikTok had said earlier this week that it would challenge the unconstitutional law in court. ByteDance posted on its official account on Toutiao, a social media platform it owns, that it has no plans to sell TikTok. The statement came in response to a news article that the company was exploring the possible sale of TikTok's US operations without the algorithm that powers it. On Wednesday, US President Joe Biden signed a bill that would ban TikTok in the country if ByteDance does not sell the app within the next 9 months to a year. Beijing's tightening grip on private companies has raised concerns in the US and other Western countries about how much control the Chinese Communist Party has over ByteDance and the data it holds. TikTok has repeatedly denied claims that the Chinese government has control over ByteDance. The effects of global warming are being felt everywhere, but for the emperor penguins in Antarctica, the situation is particularly dire. Scientists revealed that record low sea ice in 2023 has caused breeding failures in a fifth of colonies.
The world's largest penguin species rely on sea ice attached to the shore for breeding and raising their chicks. These chicks are cared for until they develop waterproof feathers, typically in December just ahead of the summer melt. However, if the ice melts too early, the chicks risk drowning and freezing to death. Recent findings from the British Antarctic Survey revealed that 14 of Antarctica's 66 emperor penguin colonies suffered from sea ice loss last year, resulting in the likely deaths of tens of thousands of chicks. Scientists note that some of these birds have shown signs of adaptation by migrating to more stable ice shelves or large icebergs to evade the harshest conditions. Yet with the continual rise in global temperatures, projections are dire. It's estimated that if temperatures continue to climb, more than 90% of emperor penguin colonies will be all but wiped out by the end of this century, a mere 75 years from now.
The home appliance market in South Korea is estimated to be worth $5.6 billion in 2023. As the industry continues to grow, how are artificial intelligence and big data being incorporated into smart manufacturing and supply chain operations? Astro AWANI correspondent Faye Kwan has a story from Busan, South Korea.
Automated guided vehicles and virtual simulation. These are some of the technologies being utilized by LG Electronics here at its Changwon factory in Busan. We explore how artificial intelligence is transforming the production line for home appliances. The LG factory in Changwon plays a key role in the company's home appliance manufacturing network. From product design to final distribution, automation and AI technologies are integrated at every step of the process. At the heart of the factory's operations is digital twin technology, which predicts potential errors by simulating production scenarios 10 minutes in advance. Deep learning, inspired by the human brain, enables predictive maintenance of factory equipment through real-time monitoring and data analysis. Machines are equipped with Wi-Fi to transmit real-time production data, allowing crews to anticipate maintenance needs and resolve machinery issues before they occur. Automation also extends to inspection and packaging, eliminating the health hazards previously posed to workers by exposure to dust particles. Since implementing these smart production technologies, LG has seen a 17% increase in productivity and a 70% reduction in the cost of defective returns. Looking ahead, the future of manufacturing is characterized by the strategic use of AI, big data, and automation to drive efficiency and enhance productivity.
That wraps up AWANI tonight. I'm Farhana Sheikh. Thank you for watching.